Hey kiddos, it's Miss Becca. Welcome to Weird Science, Walking Rainbows. I hope that you picked up your kit from the library before watching this. So let me show you what is inside of your kit and show you what our experiment is this week. All right, so inside your kit, first you've got your observation paper. Set that to the side. And you also have your direction sheet. I'm going to walk you through how to set up your experiment, but this is a good thing to hang on to. You also have 7 plastic cups and some paper towels. And you're going to also have 3 colors of food coloring: red, yellow, and blue. My food coloring looks a little bit different than yours from your kit because these I grabbed from the library craft supply closet, but yours I have measured so that everybody has plenty, has enough. So what you're probably going to want to do first is make sure that you know which one is red and which one is yellow, because in the bottle they kind of look the same. So one way that you could figure that out is to just take your bottles over to a sink and put a drop or 2 in your sink so that you can make sure you know which one is red and which one is yellow, because that is going to matter. All right, so let's set up our experiment. I'm going to move these over here. All right, so to set up our experiment, scientists, you are going to take your 7 cups and you're going to put them in a line. Just like that. All right, something that is not in your bag that you are absolutely going to need is water. So I just grabbed a pitcher of water. You can grab a pitcher of water also if you have one. You can also just take your cups over to the sink and fill them up. You're not going to put water in all of the cups. So if you look at your direction sheets, it says that you're actually going to put water in the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th cups. The 2nd, 4th, and 6th cups are just going to be empty. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take my water pitcher and I'm going to fill the cups at least 3/4 of the way full. And there's lines on the cup that might help you see where that is. You can even put a little bit more if you'd like. So there's my 1st cup. My 3rd. My 5th. And I'm going to do my 7th. Again, if you don't have a pitcher of water, you could just grab 4 of your cups and fill them with water at least 3/4 of the way full, and then set them up in your line and arrange them in the order that they're going to go. So just double check to be sure, are your cups in the right order? Pause if you need to. 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th. All right. So now take a look at your observation sheet. Another thing that I did not put in your kit that you'll definitely want to grab is some kind of writing utensil. So I've got this bright yellow pencil. And with this bright yellow pencil, I'm going to jot down what do I think will happen as I'm working on this experiment. There's even going to be a little bit of a waiting period where you can make a hypothesis as well once you've set up your experiment. So our experiment is called Walking Rainbows. How can we make a rainbow with only 3 colors? Well, that's a great question, scientists. What do you know about color mixing? What do you know about primary colors? Let's go ahead and drop some food coloring into the water, shall we? All right, so I'm going to take my red. This does matter. I'm going to put 5-ish drops of red in the 1st and the 7th cups. All right, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And mine might be gel. Yours are not. Yours is liquid food coloring. The difference is that gel is a little bit thicker, kind of sinks to the bottom. So I do have a spoon handy that I'm going to use to mix them up to be sure that that food coloring really soaks into the water. Uh-oh. That's a funny sound. That's about 5-ish, right? Cool. I don't know if yours is going to make that sound or not. Now I'm going to stir it up to be sure that it's a nice, beautiful red color. You might be tempted to drink it. It's just water and food coloring. Don't drink it, because then you won't have enough for your experiment. All right. I'm just going to stick that over here. Now you're going to take yellow and you're going to put 5-ish drops of yellow in the third cup. All right. Oh, that was a lot. Ah! 5-ish, right? Now, very tricky. I'm actually going to let the yellow just kind of mix. I think it's the red that is the hardest to stir. Let's keep an eye on that yellow. I don't want to use the same spoon that I used to mix it because there's still a little bit of red on there, and that will kind of ruin the experiment. So I'm going to hold off on that one. Now let's do the blue. 5-ish drops of blue in the 5th cup. I think the blue is going to mix up pretty well too. So we'll just let it do its thing. All right, so now you're going to take your paper towels, and your paper towels might not be separated. I probably, when I stuck them in your kit, just counted out 6 and folded them together. So you're going to separate your sheets of paper towels. They don't have to be perfect. You're going to take one paper towel and fold it in half, and fold it in half again. And then you're going to take a paper towel that you folded and stick it inside the 1st cup with the red food coloring and the 2nd cup which has nothing in it. All right, and now we're going to repeat. So I'm going to do the same thing so that by the time I'm done, all of the cups will be connected. And this is a great time to start thinking about what's going to happen, right? Start observing, making your hypothesis, even pause maybe and jot it down. All right. And I notice that it's starting to creep up the paper towel. And the water is soaking into the paper towel, and it's not just plain water, right? It's red water. Interesting. What are you observing? And I didn't stir that blue, but I think it's going to be okay because blue is a pretty dark color. All right, so you probably have got the hang of it, but I'll just finish this. Okay, there we go. So now your experiment is set up. Now you can go ahead and take your observation sheet and use your pencil or whatever you have to write with and go ahead and draw. You know what, I'm even going to draw a paper towel in my cup. I am not an artist. I am doing my best. But there's my paper towel connecting one of the cups. You could even grab a red colored pencil, crayon, marker, and color in red. And as you continue to observe your walking rainbow experiment, draw what's happening. The red is starting to creep up the paper towel, right? And it's starting to creep up the yellow, and it's starting to creep up the blue. I'm not going to show you too much more, but I would encourage you to set a timer maybe for 3 minutes, go get a snack, take a drink of water, come back, see what's happening. Maybe set a timer for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, and see what has happened as your walking rainbows continue to creep up the paper towels. And then when you feel like it's gone as much as it's going to go, then you can go ahead and jot down, what did you learn? What are some things that you have figured out by doing this experiment? And I encourage you to, if you like, share photos of your experiment or videos with me. You can email them to me, becca@clearviewlibrary.org. And I might maybe even, if it's cool with you, share some of them on our Facebook page. Have fun, scientists! I can't wait to hear all about your experiments.